Grace, the girls are going to want to know what's it like being a girl. What's it like being a girl over there?
Um, well, in Romania, the girls are much more fashionable than here.
Closer. Grace, the girls are going to want to know what's it like being a girl. Let's say, what's it like being a girl over there? In any of the areas you want to talk about.
Um, well, in Romania, the girls are much more fashionable than here. Nobody growing up, you rarely saw a girl wearing tennis shoes. Everyone wore, yeah, it was just not, you didn't see it. Especially once they turn about 10, 11, 12, nobody wears tennis shoes. Everybody wears high heels, and they all start wearing makeup usually very early on. And when I say makeup, I mean they wear a lot of makeup. They look about 4 or 5 years older than they are because they wear so much, and dyeing their hair, but they're very, very fashionable. When I came back, everything's very fit and tailored, the clothes. When I came back to the States, I remember being shocked walking through Walmart and thinking, do people actually wear these clothes? I couldn't really believe that someone would walk outside in these like huge tennis shoes or baggy shirts and jeans. That was so much of a culture shock to me. And I remember my dad buying me a pair of tennis shoes, and I asked him, I said, what do you want me to do with these? And he said, well, you can wear them. They'll be comfortable. And I said, Dad, I would never go out in something like this. Unless I was running, you'll never see me wear tennis shoes.
Do you wear tennis shoes today?
Oh, yes. Yeah, I definitely wear tennis shoes now, but if I went overseas, even when I go overseas to visit, I usually don't wear tennis shoes. It'll be snowing and I'll have on 4-inch heels and boots because it's just, that's what is, you know, culturally fashionable over there. Everyone wears heels no matter the ice or snow on the ground.
Really? Well, but at school, I mean, do the girls run around during recess, you know, and just playing around or what?
Well, in the older grades, I mean, once there's 6th, 7th, 8th, they're just going to be standing on the side trying to, you know, look cool and pretty. So.
I see. Now, when you came over here then, did people think you had your makeup on pretty thick?
No, me and my sister never wore our makeup as thick over there, but I do remember people always talked about how we dress, even when we went to college. Would say, you always dress so fashionably, and we buy our clothes from the same place as you, but just the way we put our outfits together and stuff, it looked different on us because we had grown up in a different culture.
Okay, tell the girls about hair overseas where you grew up.
Hair. Well, for one, everybody pretty much dyes their hair. Very popular color is red. Very popular. Red in the summer, black in the winter. And most people have straight hair. If they have curly hair, most of the girls might pull it back really tight and stuff. And since I had extremely curly hair, it was really frizzy, and I got made fun of for years. I didn't learn how to take care of it until I was like 14. And I remember I'd come back to the States and someone had helped me, bought me some mousse and gel, showed me how to do my hair. Went back overseas and my friends didn't even recognize me. These friends that I had known for 6, 7 years. I was walking on the street and they had no idea who I was. I was walking up to them and I'd only been gone for like a year. But because my hair was so different, and so because I had learned how to do my hair, I actually ended up doing a bunch of my friends' hair who had curly hair. And by the time I had been there like a year or 2 years, you saw all these girls walking around with hairstyles very similar to mine because I was doing all their hair.
In 1,000 feet, turn left at Lombard Street.
But no, I'd say over there, especially with their hair, they're very precise. And most girls have long hair. You rarely see short hair. A lot of girls have really long hair because it's, you know, considered really pretty and stuff. The younger girls might have short hair, but once they get to be 12, 13, 14, most of them have really long hair, and they don't even like to cut it. They want to keep it as long as they can.
Did you have any interesting experiences at a hairdresser?
They didn't really know how to do my hair. I remember between my mom and hairdressers, they always tried to give me bangs, which didn't work. Didn't look very good. They didn't really lay down. They just stuck up straight.
I'm looking at Grace's hair right now, and I could see that her hair would be, well, it's almost like an African kinky hair, isn't it?
Yeah, it's right like on the verge of being that. It's not exactly curly enough to be called kinky, but it's very, very curly.
And so what did people do with the rest of your hair when the bangs wouldn't work?
Oh, they trying to cut it and give layers. I've had quite a few bad hair experiences over there with people trying to cut my hair. Just giving me, I remember one time they gave me this, I wanted layers, and they gave me layers from like the middle of my head, right, like at my eye line, and you can't start my layers there. So what ended up happening was like half of my hair laid down and looked all nice and curly, and then the other half was like sticking straight up. I had to wear my hair in like ponytails for several months to hide it. Not good.
Tell us some more hair stories, hair nightmares.
When my sister was in school, she got her hair cut She was like standing at a window or something, and
How old?
11 or 12. And she's standing at a window, and some girls, I don't know, got jealous of her or something, and were cutting her hair behind her back while she was standing at this window. I think it ended up being like 6 or 8 inches that was chopped off her ponytail. She had her hair in a ponytail, so they just cut it off. And people were always very jealous of my sister because she was blonde, and blondes are few and far between. And so since she was blonde, girls were always, jealous of her, and all the guys liked her because she was blonde-haired and blue-eyed.
Well, did she dye her hair red during the summer and black during the winter?
No. We tried to get away a few times with dyeing our hair, but it didn't usually work. I think she just used a lot of lemon juice and stuff, but we didn't dye our hair as much. We couldn't really dye our hair growing up, but all of our friends, I remember one girl, she went through purple, blue, all different colors growing up. She loved dyeing her hair every color under the sun.